What's up, YouTube? Jayceon Ditto, back at it again with another video. First name Jayceon, last name Ditto. Jayceon Ditto. I haven't been feeling too good, so that's why I haven't been posting as much. I've been like a little sick and just like going from job to job has been like, well, not job to job, because I actually have a pretty good job now, but I have so many clients at work and outside of work, so it's kind of like becoming a little harder for me to maneuver. But with that being said, topic of the day. Alright, so boom. So the topic of the day for today is basically for Trans Talk Tuesday is basically going to be dating. In a nutshell, dating straight women, dating lesbians, dating trans women, dating gay, dating period as a loop. And more importantly, someone wanted me to touch up on dating cisgendered women and touching up on dating lesbians specifically. As far as me being a trans man goes, I'm not speaking for everybody. Ooh, I didn't get to tell you guys. I got a new tattoo. For anybody that follows me on Instagram, seen it. I haven't made a video with my new tattoo, but this is my new tat. It says Africa with the map right here. Tattoo was done by Insane, a dope brother of mine. He's gonna be doing all my tattoos from here on out. I'm gonna put his Instagram right below so you guys can follow him. So this talk is basically gonna be this. A lot of people always wanted to know, do I only date trans women? I guess based off, you know, who they know me to have dated and stuff like that. I only been transitioning for 3 years. I think it's about to be 3. I think I'm on my third year. Yeah, I just reached my third year. So my last 2 years of my transition, I was in a relationship. So to be honest, I haven't gotten able to really date anything besides a trans woman while transitioning, if that makes sense. So I only dated one person within the last 2 years, which happened to be a trans woman. But prior to that, I was single for 5 years. So I was single for 4 years of that without talking to anybody or anything, period. I guess I probably was finding myself and trying to see if, you know, because I'm able to be alone, I'm able to cope alone, I'm able to survive alone, and I'm comfortable alone, if that makes sense. So I've never really looked for to be in a relationship. I dated, I courted, I went on dates, I talked to people, I enjoy people's company, but I never was in a relationship. My previous relationship before my transition was with a cisgendered woman who identified as straight at the time. Now, I'm going to break down the word cisgender to people who may not know what it is. A lot of women take offense to this because they feel as though it's an insult to women. We as a community, or us period, we say cisgender to make the difference between trans people and natural born men or women. Meaning, instead of saying, oh, a real girl, or calling you a cunt, we will call you a cisgender woman, which so that we don't end up labeling ourselves as a fake man or a real woman or a fake, you understand what I'm saying? So if I call a cisgender woman a real girl, then that means I'm calling a trans woman, or I'm insinuating that a trans woman is a fake girl. If I call a cisgender man, and all cisgender means is just natural born of whatever the gender is, meaning a natural born woman or a natural born man. It does not have anything to do whether you're straight or not. It just means how you're born, what sex you're born with. is how you're born naturally versus you being trans. So, again, with that being said, a cisgendered woman can be bisexual, she can be straight, she can be asexual, whatever it is her sexuality is. Her sexuality has nothing to do with who she identifies. So, for example, a trans man's sexuality does not, a person being a trans man does not automatically make him straight. Just because he transitioned doesn't mean he transitioned to be straight. He can be gay or he can be bi. Everybody's different. So before my transition, once again, I was a lesbian. And funny thing is, I mostly dated straight women. I only probably flirted with lesbian or had sex with lesbians. But most people that I actually took seriously were straight women. Because to a certain level, they respected me for who I was and not, yeah, probably it was curious, trying to get their groove on or whatever. When you go through that stage of trying to find yourself, which is understandable, but whatever the stage it was, it worked for the both of us. And as time went by, when I did start my transition, I started feeling more comfortable talking and dating and courting trans women. Because for me, I felt like we would understand each other as far as our experiences, and I could be comfortable with my body with another person that's kind of going through the same thing as me. Which, in a way, a lot of people would say, oh, but why won't you date a lesbian? Because a lesbian would be okay with your body part and would be okay with you also being, a man. Now, that right there is an issue because if you're a lesbian, you shouldn't be attracted to me as a man because you are attracted to woman and not man. So that in itself becomes an issue for any trans man because now you basically are getting the best of both worlds for you, meaning you're still looking at me as who I used to be before versus you respecting me for who I am now. I don't know if that makes sense, but a woman that is a lesbian is attracted to women. So there's no reason why you should be looking my way, period. And the only reason why you would is because of who I used to be. Now, if you're attracted to me and you're a woman that's bisexual, that's understandable. You're bisexual, so obviously you like me as a man. And whatever it is that is in my pants, does not equal to what you're looking for specifically. Which is why a lot of time it's harder for a lot of trans women to date because they get fetishized, they get looked at for what's between their legs. And what a lot of people tend to forget is not every trans woman or not every trans man have their previous parts. Some get the full entire surgery. Some don't because it's costly. Well, for me personally, I don't like the science of it. I don't like the way it works. I don't like the way it looks. And I don't like what I have to go through to get there. Period. Which is going to be another topic in the future. But people, as far as dating, it always comes down to sex. Don't get me wrong. Sex is important. It is. But it's hard dating in the trans community. It's freaking hard. You have no idea. So when you do find someone that you really vibe with or you connect with, and it just becomes a cycle of it don't work, it don't work, it don't work, it becomes hard, And a lot of times I start to feel for trans women because I don't walk their experience. You feel me? I don't, even though I'm trans as well, I am not a trans woman. So I don't know what everything that trans women go through. I lately I've been learning a lot more stuff, which is why I plan on bringing, a couple of trans women to my channel soon so they can speak about their experience, which is something that I, had with my previous channel or whatever, which is what I wanted to do for my channel or our channel previously, was to, educate people who are willing to. My previous My previous channel was to educate people who are willing to learn, people who are willing to. You don't have to necessarily be like, oh, I'm all about the community, but people who want to learn why do these people function the way they function, why, how is their life the way it is. To be honest, like, I accept everybody's opinion, literally. When I say I'm one of those people, you tell me, hey, I don't vibe with this, I I accept it. I would never bash nobody for their opinion, whether it's negative or positive. Any opinion of me will not affect me, will not change how I move, how I act as a person, who I date or how I choose to date them or whatever it is I decide to do. Your opinion would never affect me or change my perception of me, of myself, and who I am. But your opinion will never be disregarded. We can talk, we can have a conversation, I can respond. We can be on the same page, we might not be on the same page. But your opinion will never change what it is I decide to do, what decision I decide to make. But it will never be disregarded. It will never be shunned to the side or put away like, oh, F that, or or me being angry, like, which is why a lot of the comments, I appreciate when people, go back and forth with some folks. Some people are ignorant, that's true, and some literally just have an opinion, and this is how they feel. I've walked around plenty of jobs since my 3 years with people not even knowing. Every day of your life, you're walking around trans people, gay people, and you do not know who they are. And you would shake hands with them, you would chill with them, you would hang out with them, you would even go out for drinks with them and won't know. But as soon as you know, you turn around and become a whole nother person. You understand? And that's one thing I'm so happy about as far as my coworkers go. When they found out about who I was, first, a lot of them didn't even, like, know anything, period. So when they did, it was like, wow, like, they didn't even know about the community. They didn't even know about that. They knew it existed, but they never been around someone trans. So when they got around me, they're like, yo, like, y'all cool. We're regular. You understand? What you see on TV or the perception of what's put on TV or in social media or anything, that's social media. When you meet the people and you're around people, people vibe different. You understand? So dating in the community, especially for us black trans communities, is hard. Like, it's like, I want to date this straight girl, but then I tell her I'm trans, she's gonna be like, well, this is not what I want. Or you being a trans woman, I want to date this straight boy, but then if I date him, everybody's gonna call him gay, everybody's gonna call him a faggot, everybody's gonna say he likes men. Who are you able to date now? Or if you're a trans woman, you want to date a trans man, how does the sex work? You guys got to come into an agreement, and as far as what's gonna work out for y'all, and if it's gonna work down the line, like, everything comes into play. Everything has to be thought out. Everything has to be broken down. Everything, and that's why my mind level is just. It takes a lot to find someone who connects or has the same mindset that you do, to be able to date, to be able to be emotional with someone else. So it's not just, which is with anybody. I'm not saying it's just the trans community, but with anybody. If you're a woman and you're straight and you want to date a guy, you will have to find a guy that mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially connects with you, and y'all can vibe out and have the same, mindset or thought process of things. So it's the same thing. But with us, it's like constantly go through trying to figure out who's really, really there and who really, really wants you for entirely you, versus what your body parts are, or will they even ever want to introduce you to their family. How do they go about that? Will they be, oh, I'm not ready yet? It's too many different things that come into play. Or, boom, I like this girl. I really, really like her. She don't know I'm trans. We talking. You tell her, do you tell her after 2 months? Do you tell her after a month? Do you tell her in a week? Do you tell her the day of? Do you text her while you texting her? Do you just shoot it and tell her? I personally would just tell you as soon as I text you. Literally, probably like 4, 5, 6 conversations down the line. If you don't know, if you don't have me on social media, then you know. But if you have me on social media, then I don't gotta tell you I'm trans. You should know off back because I don't hide it on social media. But if I met you in the streets, I would hit you up and be like, yo, we vibing. I'm be like, yo, this is that. I'd rather you know and we keep it pushing and I know from get if you with it or you not. I'm gonna give you the option to choose. If you're not with it, I move forward. Then you don't have to catch feelings for someone that you potentially might not want to date. And again, I respect somebody's opinion of not wanting to date me because I'm trans. That's fine. And this is another thing that a lot of people have a misconception of, where they get upset because a person that's like let's say a cisgendered male, a cisgendered straight male wouldn't want to date a trans woman. You cannot be mad at a man for not wanting to date you because you're a trans woman. That's probably not his preference, and that's okay. You cannot be mad at that, and it's better you tell him and give him the option to make that choice than not tell him and he feels, because masculinity can be very fragile. So if you play with his masculinity, he's gonna feel away. Same thing with me. If I talk to a girl, I would let you know, boom, this is what the situation is. So I don't have to play with her feelings. She don't gotta feel like she was talking to a freak. Nobody has to feel no type of way. Everybody's in the know. Everybody knows everything, and we're good. You understand what I'm saying? So when you date, be forward, be honest, be straight up. Don't hold anything. Don't hide anything. Don't push for love. Don't push to seek. Don't push to find. Let shit come to you, and when it comes, be open with the person that it is you want to date, trans or not, straight or not, bi or not. Whoever it is you want to date, be open with them. Be honest. Be straight up. You don't have anything to lose. Be yourself, for one. Because you would hate down the line to date someone, pretend to be a certain way, and then down the line, you guys end up falling out because you're a whole nother person that they didn't even expect you to be. So always remain who you are at all times. Straight up tell them, break it down. Whoever you are, take it or leave it. You go to a store, you see the price tag before you buy it. The price tag is there. You don't get a surprise like, oh, this is how much it is. You get to choose if you want to take it home or not. Same thing. Lay everything out that you have and who you are on the table. And if they want it, they want it. They don't, they don't. And that's the best I could say for everybody. I don't care who you are, if you're trans, not trans. It goes for everybody. Whatever it is that you have, whoever you are, if you don't have a job right now, whatever the case may be, lay it out. Tell them. If it becomes a problem, if it's a problem. If not, then it's not. And I thank you guys for watching. Y'all already know who it is. First name Jayceon, last name Ditto. Jayceon, Ditto, Wavy Kid. Wave tutorial is gonna come soon. Like I said, I haven't been feeling good. I've been going through. I've been sick, so that's why y'all didn't get a lot of videos. But y'all see me. I got a video today. Y'all see me. Nah. So, and I need to find a name for my channel. I'm gonna find that out. I'm gonna figure that out for y'all. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is Trans Talk Tuesday on a Tuesday. Definitely on a Tuesday.